The second annual Rumbazo Mexican Independence Day celebration will return to downtown Las Vegas Event Center this weekend. Rumbazo will be the ultimate block party filled with Latin music, community, food, and more.
And DJ AR joins us this morning to fill us in on all the festivities. Good morning to you, sir, and all your sparkle.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you.
I love this t-shirt.
Oh yeah, it's the pants though. I'm all about the pants right now. I love it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we like to call them the itchy pants. So.
The itchy pants. Why do we call them the itchy pants?
Honestly, my friend said it was like, yo, those pants make me feel itchy. I guess there's like a whole thing about the
you look at
spots,
them,
you know. I don't know, but it's every time I wear them, people are like, yo, those are the itchy pants. So.
Well, we're going to the itchy pants maybe in the break, but,
Yeah.
but people right now want to know about Rumbazo and what they can expect from the festivities.
Wow, so you know, this weekend, September 15th and 16th, we have, you know, Friday we have Evie Queen, and then Saturday we have Jay Wheeler. So it's a reggaeton block party. We're actually bringing up, you know, the Latin culture and just, you know, bringing eyes to, you know, the Mexican Day Independence weekend. So not just, it's also, you know, the Mexican Independence Day weekend, it's also, you know, the Central American, you know, we have the Salvadorians, you know, the Guatemalans and all that. So, you know, that's what we're doing, and, you know, we're bringing in some heat of a lineup, you know, so I'm excited for that.
Well, you mentioned Evie Queen, and that's a big name. As
Oh,
soon as
yeah.
you said it, I was like,
Get in bailar.
I know,
Yeah.
right? We don't have the rights to it, so I can't sing it. I can't do it right
Oh,
now.
it's okay, it's okay.
But aside from the artist, you know, talk to us a bit about the experience itself, you know, food, community, we're talking everything, right?
Yeah, so we're actually very excited to bring in, all our market is all local based. And it's everyone who's out here really, you know, doing their business and really giving their all into their business and passion and everything. So down to hair braiding from Vegas braiders, down to, you know, we have a lowrider show, you know, we have like the amazing food selections, you know, from Pancho's Kitchen, which is very great traditional Mexican food. You guys gotta try it. But not just that, we have, you know, michelada bars everywhere, which is crazy, you know, different flavors and stuff like that. So it's gonna be very nice, it's gonna be very intimate, but also a block party style. So what I mean by intimate is you have so much selection in a good amount of space. So it's like, there's so much for everybody. So that's my favorite
do you
part.
feed off that energy as well? Because you're performing yourself. You
Oh,
know, is
yes,
that something
yes.
that gets you into the feel of it? You know, what can people expect from your performance?
Yeah. Oh, well, we're celebrating our 3-year anniversary of Planet Perreo, and that's what I'm representing, you know. So we started that party as, you know, a getaway from the traditional nightlife and Latin nights. You know, we're not a Latin night. We play for Latinos. There's a difference. You know, Latinos like hip hop. They like house music. You know, they like everything. And a lot of people don't know that until you come to our world, you know, which is Planet Perreo. And it's going to be amazing. High energy, a lot of reggaeton, old school, new school, remixes, and also a lot of house. So at least from my end.
Yeah, well, I love it because you know, even though it's about Mexican Independence Day and celebrating that, like, I love what you're saying where you're bringing, it's for all Latinos, like, you know, and talk to us about that sort of camaraderie within the community.
Well, it's a sign of independence. So that's El Grito, you know, that's like our freedom, you know what I mean? That's what everything was about, and that's our way of expressing. The moment you hear someone, you start yelling at a party, means, you know, it's an expression, you know, it's just like, yes, like we're here, you know, like we did it, you know? So that's basically what we are representing, and you know, by bringing people like Hera MX and like Lunai, we're still touching the underground, but still on the commercial side. But it's like people who've never been here, or people just keep wanting to see them, and it's one of those, it touches people more when it's a lineup that they want to see.
I also love the fact that you know, you were talking about the culture and the cycles. You mentioned house music.
Yeah.
There's a big influence now happening, you mentioned, with Latinos and using house music, and this generation just discovering. So there's even more explosion of things people may not have experienced before, or if they think they know everything about this type of fest, it's something they're going to learn something new and experience something fantastic.
Yeah, like just to bring up an example, a lot of house music right now is becoming you know, for the Latinos is becoming huge.
Yeah.
Faye did a collab with his name is Gordo, and it was huge. J Balvin's doing a track right now with Hugo, and it's going to be popping off here shortly in the next like week or two. And house is here to stay, and I think it's finally touching like the Latinos, and it's other than the pop era, you know, Enrique Martin and all that, but it's here, and I like the sound of it, very clubby. So.
Well, everything sounds incredible. So you know what the next question is going to be, right? Where do we get our tickets?
Oh, rumbazofest.com. You gotta head over there. You know, this weekend's gonna be insane. It's gonna be one to remember for sure, and let's create some more memories, keep it going.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. The second annual Rumbasso Mexican Independence Day celebration happening this weekend at the downtown Las Vegas Event Center. Head to rumbassofest.com for tickets.
Itchy pants not included.
Correct.
Right, good. We'll talk about that more after the break.